Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Ocean Keeper. Well, as you see, we're still looking for a flight recorder. It would, sorry, a black box, not a flight recorder. But either way, we're still trying to figure things out. We've spent a whole heap of currency upgrading things. Our mech is now a fancy new color, and so are we. I've still got our golden machine gun, which is working out rather well. Our skills are looking pretty decent, and so are our upgrades. We've now got a much better speed boost, so hopefully we should be able to get from one mine to the next, and maybe even find what we're looking for that much quicker. As for ourselves, we've got a nice couple of upgrades, and that's more or less maxed out. There's not too much more for us to go. So that is hoping that we do go ahead and find what we're looking for. Alright, but either way, let's go ahead and dive on in. And then hopefully we can, I don't know, maybe clear a few more places for us. Alright, so it looks like we've got a good amount of movement speed. Let's go ahead and try down here. Oh, okay, so it's already a mostly clear spot for us. Okay, so it looks like we've got a good little terminal. We'll go ahead and we'll collect what we can. Alright, and what have we got here? Looks like this terminal is still active. Mech, check it. Dear Sarah, I'm not sure if this letter will ever reach you. Communication is unstable. They sent us to guard the reactors, but we weren't prepared for what we saw. The ocean has changed. Those creatures, they're like something out of a nightmare. We lost 2 squads yesterday. Command orders us to hold our position, but everyone knows it's pointless. The system is out of control. I hope you and the kids made it to the mountains. I love you, John. Okay, so clearly there was some last-ditch effort of protecting things, but I guess it didn't quite pan out. Let's see, we've got those. Oh, come on, surely there was... Ah, there we are. Okay. We'll go ahead and run somewhere else. We'll go ahead and we'll start destroying things. In fact, we'll go ahead and get that drill upgrade. Hopefully... Oh, you know what? That's another 5 blocks. That is just perfect. What do we want? Let's go ahead and... Oh, we've even got a couple of greens. Ooh, reload speed or... Yeah, let's get this reload speed up and running. And then hopefully, yeah, we won't have access to it this time around. But it shouldn't be too much until we have all of that nice and ready. Alright, we've got a couple more bricks. Maybe we just save for a little bit of carry capacity. Yeah, and you know what, let's just go ahead and get ready. We'll prepare for the onslaught. We'll drop a mine. And what else? Do we just sit back and just shoot for now? Yeah. Oh, and you know what? It does appear that there's maybe a few more enemies. Okay. So I guess having fought a boss and having been victorious, it appears that we've got slightly stronger enemies along the way. I guess that makes sense. Realistically, you know, if we've crossed that threshold, it probably, yeah, makes a whole heap of sense that we've now got some new enemies for us to deal with. But either way, hopefully we have a pretty good run. Oh, and, oh, I completely forgot, because we do have a green, what do we call it? A green mineral, or whatever you want to call it. We can now also get the next layer of mining upgrade as well, if we really want it nice and quickly. So, yeah, we'll see what we can find. But yeah, it seems to be a bit of a struggle. This mine isn't... Oh no, never mind. Here we go. Okay, we are getting some more resources. It's just a little bit slow for what I would prefer. Alright, so let's have a look. We need 11. We have 5. Okay, so we need 6 more. Alright, we've only got a couple of seconds. Let's just start moving. We're going to go ahead and see if we can find another mine. We'll start from scratch. Yeah, here we go. That should hopefully be all good. Let's go ahead and use that shield. Make sure we don't lose any health unnecessarily. We'll drop off a mine there. Okay, hopefully we will now have a slightly better chance of picking up some more blue ones without having to dive too deep into the mines. Alright, that should be pretty good. Let's see, what do we gain access to? Explosion, radius, duration, or an artillery? Well, you know what? We do like these things for our bomb. Let's go ahead and take that for ourselves. That should be good. Yeah, we can go ahead and make the most out of that straight away, so we may as well. We've got 1, 2, 3, and I think that'll be enough for the next drill upgrade. So let's go ahead and drop that off. And that takes us to 12. Yes, that is our next drilling upgrade. Okay, that's going to make our life much, much better. Make quick work of the bricks. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can uncover anything else roughly out this side, since we've already got a few lying around. Okay. Let's go ahead and pick up some more yellow ones, just because we're going to need more of them in the future. And then, what do we need? We need more movement speed, carry capacity. We should also probably be getting a weapon upgrade. Ooh, that's my fault. Okay, you know what? We might need to figure out, make sure that we deal with this wave fairly decently. But I think if we can lure everybody in, yeah, we can deal with that. And it looks like we've got a pretty good amount of health now that we've got a few health upgrades. Yeah, you know what? Handled quite well, I dare say. Alright, let's go ahead and drop this right back down where we were. See that we get the best chance of getting all the good stuff. We'll pick up you, and then let's go ahead and take those. In fact, we do have one level. We can probably take, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take one more. We'll move to 6. It does slow us down a little bit, but it could be worse. And now that means we've got enough for our speed upgrade. Okay, that's what we needed. There we have it. Now we can actually go through and clear things out that much faster. We'll go ahead and... let's see, we have 34 seconds. We'll go ahead and clear out what we can find down here. Again, still have a decent amount of speed on our side. Yes, definitely moving a lot faster with what we've got. And then let's go ahead and get a weapon upgrade. Let's go for the rate of fire, and then we need something relatively quick. Let's see, that'll take us to 3, 4, 5. Okay, you know what? That is enough. That'll be enough for one more upgrade. You know what? We'll drop that off there. May not do the most amount of damage, but it will do enough. Alright, and let's go ahead and upgrade. Let's go for the damage output. There we go. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Okay, we've already got some of the big squiddy boys. Yeah, we know that they're a bit of a pain, but we'll keep them on one side. We'll try and keep everybody else at distance. Alright, we'll drop that mine there. That should do a pretty good job of clearing out a whole heap of them. You know, I don't want to get flanked. Let's go ahead and just zip our way over here. Where do we go? You know, I guess over here will be where we'll end up. Yeah, again, still trying to find signs of where we could find a black box. Alright, at least this should help us out fairly well. That extra little upgrade will be very, very helpful. Alright, let's go ahead and take all of these. What do we find? Artillery, frost, bullets, and drill force. I think for now we'll go ahead and... we already picked up the second level, so let's go ahead and max that out. I do like the idea of more DPS, but at the same time too, a fully empowered drill bit is probably the best thing we could ask for. And if we could just find a spot... yeah, let's go ahead and start dropping that down here. Alright, and that looks like it was a pretty solid choice. Alright, let's go ahead and clear that out. Let's see, now we'll clear out these two just so we have a better path for future. And then, what else do we need? Probably some more weapon upgrades, or maybe, you know, let's go for some more mining upgrades. Let's go ahead and boost the reload speed, and we can even pick up the explosion damage as well. Yeah, there we go. That should be a pretty good call. Unfortunately, we won't get a second use of the bomb this round, but at least we'll have that for future. Alright, oh, and you know what? We should probably grab those greens while we're here. Alright, once we drop these off, we might go ahead and just clear up some of the area nearby, but I think that should be fine. Let's just double check. Can we afford anything else? We can get some better accuracy. Either that or... Actually, we almost have enough for the reload speed to get maxed out. All that we need is a couple more blues, but I think that's fairly easy to come by. So let's go ahead and we'll boost our accuracy. Make it a little bit easier for us to fend off the future waves. Alright, so let's go ahead and fire off a missile nice and quickly. We'll head down over here. Again, still trying to find signs for something that we could be looking for with our black box. So like maybe, I don't know, I normally think of a an aeroplane or something along those lines. Not really sure. Submarine, we've already checked near a boat before, so I don't think that that's the case. Yeah, we'll just have to keep a careful eye. Alright, well that's looking pretty good. We've made good progress there. Alright, looks like we've got some more. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go ahead and drop them off since we are so close. There's really no point in not doing so. And then... Alright, looks like we found a couple more over here. That's good. I believe 4 is what we're after. Yeah. We'll go ahead and we'll quickly drop those off again, make sure that we're not wasting any time on our timer. Let's go ahead and boost that explosion. And then what else have we got? 6 and 2. Oh no, we still need more greens again. Okay. Well, for now I think our health is fairly good, so I'm not really too concerned about spending some more of those. Let's just quickly drop that a little bit deeper. Alright, and let's drop all of these off. Let's go ahead and break that just so we can't get caught up. Alright, so I think for now we should have a good amount of damage. I think what we really want is to maybe just work on future explosive power, maybe? Yeah, or maybe even movement speed. Movement speed wouldn't be a bad plan. Yeah. Alright, well either way, that's all we're going to have time for this run. Let's go ahead and get ready for the enemies. Oh, you know what? Maybe we go for the carry capacity. Yeah, let's go for that. That seems like a good plan. That'll help us out as we clear out the mines. And then... Let's see, 5 and 3. Could go for a reload speed on the missile. We could also go for a second quicker on the mines. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll just hold them for now. Alright, let's see what we can find. Let's go ahead and clear up there. Let's drop a mine behind us. Is there anything good up here? Not that I can see. Having to deal with a bit more ranged enemies. Oh, wait. Oh, we're in trouble now. Okay. That was unfortunate. We'll drop a mine. We'll try and... Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead around this way, but that was very unlucky. The fact that we got caught on the all of the terrain, that was quite unfortunate. Yeah, very unfortunate indeed. But either way, we'll go ahead and we'll drop all that off. We'll check. I don't know. anywhere down here? Come on now, surely we can find something. No, you know what? A green's not the worst. A couple of those won't be too bad. Alright, that looks like a bit of a dead end. Anything else worth noting down here? Yeah, there's another green one, and I think for now that'll probably be the rest of what we'll take. Go ahead and we'll take that one there. We'll come back and, oh, you know what? We'll just drop that here. We'll let that clear out that section there. We still have 30 seconds, so we should be fine. Let's go ahead and boost up our... movement speed's probably not the worst idea. Clear out what we've got a little bit quicker? Yeah. No, with the speed that we're now clearing out some of these mines, we definitely want to be able to collect everything that we've got access to. Alright, that'll be fine. We'll quickly just double check that there's nothing else around here. Come on now. Pick you up. Pick you up. We still have 10 seconds, so it's not the end of the world. What about you guys? Yeah, alright, that'll have to do. Let's go ahead and get an upgrade and see what we're dealing with. Alright, so 7, 4, and 2. I think we can maybe... well, we could focus on health. In fact, it looks like this first upgrade is becoming worth more as our health maximum is being increased. So that's nice. Speed, not the end of the world either. Let's see, what could we go for? Could go for more damage, could go for rate of fire. I think we'll go for damage at this point. I think that's probably, yeah, going to be important. Alright, let's go ahead and fire off a missile. Let's deal with some of this ranged stuff. Come on, let's try and kite the enemies in this direction, and then let's dodge the incoming. We'll clear that out. Yeah, let's deal with everybody up there. Looks like we can run away, which is nice. We'll drop a mine back there. Any sign of anybody else since we're here? Come on. Looking for somewhere that could have a black box. I think we've checked this one before. Alright, but you know what? We may as well check it out. And we'll figure that out. Let's just shield up just to make sure that nobody accidentally hits us with ranged. But I think that's going to be as good as it gets. Yeah, okay. That'll just have to do. Alright. Oh, you know what? This might actually be a weapon that we could make the most out of. Alright, let's go ahead and drop this off. What have we got? Artillery or a rocket gun? You know what? Let's go ahead and go for some artillery. Nice little change from some previous ones. We'll go ahead and we'll clear out this little spot as well. Oh, actually, yeah, this is definitely a nice little collection of resources. Alright, let's go ahead and quickly zip and drop those off there. That boosts things up fairly comfortably. Let's go ahead and... okay, it's only those two. Alright then, fine. We'll go ahead and we'll drop those off. What else do we want while we're in here? Could go for more rapid fire. Could go for some other... oh, here we go. Explosion and damage and range. There we go. That'll do. If we want more health, we can go ahead and we can boost up our mech's overall... health, but that's not going to be a... it's not going to be a huge deal for us there, so we'll just let that be. Alright, anything else we can collect while we're here? Yeah, I think that's about as much as we can carry before we're too heavily slowed. Alright, still making solid progress though. I think we should have a decent amount of goods. We should be able to get a couple of good upgrades here. Come on, anything else out here? Oh, 2 seconds. Alright, let's go ahead and quickly swing on back to the mech. Alright, and I guess we're going to go ahead and start looking at what else we can do. Artillery, let's go ahead and just double check. Can we boost that up? Yes, we can. Alright, so we've got damage, we've got splash radius, and reload speed. Let's see, that'll cost us 13 in total, and I think that seems reasonable. Faster reload, bigger splash, and more damage. Sounds fantastic. Let's go ahead and get that firing. What have we got over here? Any sign? Oh, got some ranged enemies. Let's go ahead and shield on up. Okay, you know what? Maybe this place isn't the best direction. Let's go ahead and... Oh, okay, never mind. We're moving up. Let's drop a mine. We've got a good amount of enemies to have to deal with. You know what? We're going to have to make our way north. Okay, although I feel like this is all ground that we have tread upon previously, so it's not the best. Yeah, we probably want to make our way south, I'm thinking, because all of this looks fairly familiar. Although that is a submarine. Maybe that'd have a black box. Although this does not appear. Yeah, okay, never mind. This does not look like one of the places where we typically find those sorts of things. Normally they're like some sort of facility, which we do not have right now, so that's a little unfortunate, but you know what? A solid amount of resource for us to collect, so it's not the end of the world. We should make a couple of very good upgrades this run. In fact, I think we could probably afford... What could we afford? We could buy some more health if we need, and you know what? I think that seems advisable. Bring that up over 100. And then... Splash radius... the mine explosion radius, we could increase that by a bit. Increase our damage there, that needs greens. Yeah, look, I'm not really sure exactly what's the plan of attack should be. But I think whatever it is, it should work out for us. Alright, I only got a couple of seconds. Let's quickly go ahead and just mine straight on down. Make sure that we... Oh, bother. We can't move it again. That is so frustrating when the game does that. I understand that you should probably, like, drop a bomb and then start moving away, but at the same time, too, sometimes I don't like where we place it when we learn those things. Very inefficient, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright. That'll have to do. Let's go ahead and hightail it out of here, as we're a little bit sluggish though. But again, I don't think we'll be suffering too greatly. Now again, we're aiming for heading to the south if possible. Let's go ahead and we'll go for some weapon upgrades. I think rate of fire. It's the only thing that doesn't require something more. And then... I guess artillery again. We can go for a greater damage increase. An extra 50% isn't too shabby. Faster projectile speed. I think we go for damage. There we go. So at least the artillery is now putting in some good work. Let's go ahead and fire that off. And then we'll see what we're fighting down here. Now the next wave, I believe, is the big crabby boy. So we do need to be aware of that. Yeah, okay, so we've got a boss battle coming up next. Let's go ahead and drop that behind us. Let's try and clear everything we can. Looks like, yeah, they're pathing towards us pretty predictably, which is good. Alright, and then what can we find? Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and fire off a missile. That'll be good. Alright, that looks like a bit of a dead end. Is this a dead end? No? Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what? We should probably go ahead. We'll drop a mine back there. There we are. Maybe that will help clear some things. Come on, looking for any sign that we could have a black box around. Oh, okay, that's a rather nasty spot to get caught out. Still do need to deal with this wave. can't just assume that it'll be there forever. Alright, that's a dead end. Okay, so we've got a... I think we've got maybe only a single enemy left. Yeah, okay, well I guess this is going to be the mine which we then go ahead and try and have a look through. Let's go ahead and drop these off. Again, fairly clear right now. Let's go ahead and dive deep, I think. We want to try and find some more of the greens. We're getting to the point where a lot of our upgrades do require them. Not to mention if we need a heal, we'll definitely need it. Alright, you know what? That'll be fine. We'll go ahead and take that. We'll zip on up. We'll have a mine that we can drop off as we go. In fact, you know, I know it's not exactly where we need to check, but it will clear out the path back up. So it's still worth something. Actually, there's a whole heap of extra blues it's revealed, which is very nice. Oh, man. I thought... Oh, there are some more greens. Okay, very good. I was about to say, I'm feeling a little disappointed with what we have picked up. We've only got a couple more seconds. It's definitely a place worth checking out, if at all possible. But unfortunately, we're going to have to keep on moving on. Fine. Alright, time for a new weapon. Let's go with a damage increase. I think that's going to be the best thing. We'll also go for the rotation speed, and then we can go for more explosion damage and range. Yeah, I guess that's what we go for. Oh, and that was our final heal, so that better pan out for us, otherwise we are in trouble. Alright, so keep out of the range of the those attacks there. Alright, we want to keep this thing at a distance. Shield up there. What can we find? A couple more seconds on the range. Oh, one more second on the mine. Let's drop that off there. Let's try and circle our way back into the center. Maybe we'll find what we're looking for there. Oh, almost caught out on the terrain. The artillery's doing good work at range. Oh, we are taking some hits. Let's fire off our own. Alright, so we've been around here before. Come on, only a couple more hits. That's all we're asking, and we nailed it. Alright. Ooh, that was a close one. And we got a health upgrade. Oh, please and thank you. That is fantastic news. That is what we want to see. Oh, and what is this? Another upgrade? How phenomenal. Alright, let's go ahead and quickly clear out the rest of this area. That should be fine. Oh, you know what? We'll also pick up another one of those. Alright, we're a little bit over encumbered, but that's not the be-all and end-all. We'll be fine. Alright, so, greater accuracy for the spread reducer, detonation charges or ricochet bullets for bonus penetration. You know what? I think an extra weapon is probably the more important thing at this stage. So we'll go ahead and we'll take that. I feel like just having a sheer volume of firepower is going to be the beneficial thing for us. Then let's also go ahead and... Oh, we can't even dig down further over there. Alright, fine. Let's go ahead and we'll drop that over here. Come on now. Please be a good position for that. Well, it's not the worst. That's all that I can say. Alright, let's drop all of these back off at the base. I don't know, what do we need? We've got 19 and 11. We need... No, we really need a lot more greens, but I doubt we're going to get access to those. And this looks like a bit of a dead end. Yeah, alright, well that's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more than whatever this is. Alright, well, at least we have 20 and 11. Let's see, what can we do? Can't go for any of these. We need greens for those. Could go for shield duration or reload time, but again, it's not the be-all and end-all. Could go for explosion radius or damage increase on our missile, but again, I think it's killing off the enemies fairly comfortably. Artillery, let's see. Projectile speed, boost that up by a little bit. Again, it's not that important. Okay, detonation charges. I think we're going to have to go with some of the basics. So, reload speed, bring that down to 7 seconds. Go for extra ammo per shot and splash radius. And then damage as well. More damage radius. Okay, so let's reload less. Let's go ahead and do more damage. Go for an extra 30% range or faster reload speed. We can only do one or the other. What does this go to? I think it's just more reload speed. Yeah, although, you know what? Another damage increase may not be too bad. Let's go ahead and we'll just pick up the radius. We'll fire off a whole heap of extra shots and hopefully that'll pay off. Alright, let's go ahead and start dropping some weapons. Make sure that we've got some good defenses sorted. We'll go ahead and clear out all of this. Looks like, oh, you know what? That could be a downed aeroplane. Hey, you know what? This could actually be a good spot. Oh, and you know what? Yeah, here is a downed mech as well, I believe. Oh, wait. We can interact with that. What's that? Another mech that looks like you, but how is that possible? I don't understand. So someone else was here before us, and what were they doing? Searching for the artifact too? Gaining access to data. Analyzing records. System failure occurred. Mech began exhibiting aggressive behavior. Project suspended. Huh. So that's how it is. It must be an older model, but at least that explains why we're here. Why? Because the others failed. Alright, the more you know. I had not thought about that. Alright, you know what? Maybe we try and hang out here for all this wave and we'll check down these mines. We're not dealing with too many ranged enemies right now. This might be the spot where we need to be. Oh, another working terminal. Let's check it out. Connecting to the system. September 20, 2453. Everything has gone off track. The reactors are malfunctioning. Synchronization is broken, causing unpredictable effects. Each reactor is now creating its own microzone with unique temperature conditions. In the north, the water is nearly boiling, while in the south, massive ice formations are appearing. The balance we worked so hard to achieve has been completely disrupted. The Council refuses to listen. We just need to increase the power, they say. But I can see the readings. Every time the power is increased, the situation only gets worse. The waters grow more aggressive, the currents more chaotic. We've already lost research drones twice due to sudden underwater currents forming at a temperature zone boundaries. Wait, look, the same thing is happening even after all these years. Yeah, it's like nothing has changed. The original plan was for the reactors to operate as a single network, supporting each other. Now one acts on its own, creating chaos in the surrounding waters. If we don't find a way to stabilize the reactors soon, I'm afraid the point of no return will be crossed, and I'm not even sure we haven't already crossed it. You know, maybe it isn't too late to fix this. We just need to find the remaining reactors and reboot them. Then off to search for the other reactors? Yes, we'll wait for the collector to send us the coordinates of the remaining 3 locations. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see what we can find. Yeah, this does look like a, one of these, what do we call them? Facilities that we do need to manage something here. Alright, well, that looks like we need to go there. We've got a red G and a green hose. Alright, let's go ahead and drop... Oh, maybe that's a 9. Oh, orange 1, red 9. Okay. Orange 1, red 9. Noted. Okay, so that's 9. This needs to change to something else. What was it? Red goes to 8. And then... where do we need to go from here? Oh, what was this? Orange is 1. Okay, so let's quickly go ahead and we'll bring that to 1. Hey, okay, alright. Let's grab this and see where we need to get to. Come on, we've got only 10 seconds to do this. I don't think we're going to be able to clear this place out, are we? Alright, quick, let's go ahead and drop everything that we've got. We've got to make distance incredibly fast. We've got 102 health, but I doubt we're going to have that much health for long at this rate. Alright, quickly, shield up, drop a mine, fire off missiles. Let's go ahead and protect what we have found. We need this if we're going to make progress. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and see if we can use the terrain to funnel the trouble. And then we'll hold here for a second. Does look like we're able to keep them at bay. And then let's drop a mine. And then we'll quickly swing our way around again. Use our superior speed. We'll get rid of you. And we managed. Alright, fantastic. Alright. Where were we? We have you, and you. Ah, yes, that's right. We're going to go ahead and collect the hose. I don't know why we've got all of these resources hanging out here. Oh, you know what? Let's just drop this here and see what that does. Hey, and that will... No? Oh, hang on a second. Maybe there's something in the wall here. There it is. Alright. Finally powered up. Let's go ahead and collect everything that we've got access to. Yeah, just a couple of resources. It looks like, yeah, lots of debris has piled up over the years, but we managed to clear that out relatively fast. I think that's a pretty good job, really. Oh, wait, hold your horses. I forgot to plug this thing in. And what does this show? The black box has been found. Okay, fantastic. An auto shotgun, jamming missile launcher, and napalm. Oh boy, alright. You know, let's go for a shotgun. Let's go ahead and boost that up. That should be nice. We'll go ahead and we've unlocked a new rocket gun. Okay. And we also have the punch, a drill explosion. Yeah, alright. Well, we have a good situation here. Let's go ahead and quickly make the most of what we can of a mine, just so we can try and collect a few more upgrades in the dying seconds of this round. Unfortunately, not half as much as I would have preferred, but it is what it is. Wave 13 is looking pretty good. Alright, so we've accomplished everything we need for this run, but we're still going to try and build up our meta progression as best as we can. Let's see about increasing our damage by 30-odd%, or maybe even doubling it by adding an extra penetration. Yeah, I think that could actually be a pretty good call. Yeah, I think that could be the best thing. Either that or, yeah, let's double our damage output that way. And then let's go to our shotgun. We've already upgraded this a bit. Ammo stack as well is rather good. Extra ammo per shot as well as blast radius. I think the auto shotgun though, let's go ahead and boost up the... What's the reload time? 4 seconds. Let's double the amount of shots we can take. I think that seems reasonable. Yeah. That'll do for now. Alright, let's go ahead and fire away what we can. Let's go ahead and shield up and avoid unnecessary damage. We'll go ahead and drop another mine. Ooh, okay, let's clear out this southern route. Definitely getting into a spot of bother. Let's go ahead and heal up. And I definitely think that our heals are worth more now that we've got more... Now that we've got more maximum health. So I'm guessing it's a percentage-based thing, which is very nice. Let's drop a mine for defensiveness and take a step back just in case. But it looks like we're in the clear. Alright then. Let's go. What have we got? So many goods. Let's go ahead and quickly get them back to the mech. What do we find? Another auto machine gun? Oh, yes. I will happily take multiple machine guns. That seems like a fantastic idea. Alright, now we just got to get that thing upgraded. Let's see. What else can we do? You know what? Yeah, let's just go ahead and make our way back for now. What have we got? Alright, we've got all of those. We've got another 10... Oh, not even 10 seconds before we can... Can we... Okay, that's a no-go. Let's just go ahead and drop this down here. Still got a good amount of time left. Alright, that's a dead end. I suppose we'll go ahead and collect... Alright, we need to drop some material, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. I guess we're not going to be able to quite clear this out as well as I would have hoped. But at the end of the day, we're still up and fighting, and we are gaining more and more damage. So I think that's not bad. We could go for the carry capacity, but again, I don't think it's quite worth it at this point. Let's go ahead and increase our auto machine gun. We'll boost up all of the basics, the rate of fire, damage increase. Let's go for bonus range or reload. Let's go with reload. And I think that's about all we could do. Yeah, we'll have good range on our weapons. We'll have good access to pretty much everything that we need. Yeah, we're going to be fine. Well, as fine as we can be. Alright, let's go ahead and start shooting those walking fish of whatever kind they are. Let's go ahead and drop another mine, and then... Oh. Alright, we're kind of in a bit of a pickle here. We need to make sure that we clear out one of these sides faster than the other. I would love it if all of our weapons would kind of unite as to the direction that they're facing. Alright, and that seems to be about enough. Alright, and down into next mine. Alright, hopefully we'll have a bit more luck over here. Alright, what have we got? Alright, that'll do. Let's get out of here. That should be another couple of weapon upgrades. Actually, you know, let's go ahead and clear out this other side just to make sure that we're not missing anything right near the entrance. We can always collect what we find and clear out that last couple of things that we found before. Oh, and of course we can't get to the greens. Or can we? Hey, well, you know what? That'll do. I'll take that. And then let's go ahead and drop this in here. That will do nicely. You know what? I think that's about as fast as we can travel. Let's go ahead and we'll pop that open there. And then we still have another 20 odd seconds, so that's nice. We'll come back for those 4 or 5. Okay, I think that's what we're going to get. 10 seconds left. Let's go ahead and quickly clear these. And then that will do. Alright, so 28... Actually, hang on a second. Yep, okay, cool. That was the right number. I was just double checking. 28, 14, and 4. Let's go ahead and pick up some upgrades. Let's go for some more damage. That's definitely worthwhile. And then What else do we want to pick up? Actually, let's go ahead and see. What do we need? 23, 4, and 2. Okay, we can't afford a health upgrade. This could be where things start to get a little bit dicey for us. I think we might be in the closing stretch of this run. Splash radius isn't bad. Damage by an extra 50%. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, you know, I don't think I can say no to that. Let's go ahead and boost up the artillery. That's been a pretty solid contender for the entire run so far. We may as well give it a little bit more attention before we get to the end. Oh, and we got hit by something. I'm guessing it was a ranged attack. Yeah, couldn't have done too much more. 15 waves survived. Pretty decent time. Meta currency earned. Very, very nice. And just short of 1,400 blocks. Alright, how's your progress on the new mission? Pretty good. I managed to find the black box you mentioned. It's a bit damaged, but Mech reports no data leaks. Excellent. Anything else? We found new information, and I'm now convinced that we'll find the artifact once we reboot all 5 reactors. Is that so? Now that's something. Looks like hiring you wasn't a waste of time after all. This is the first halfway useful intel in the past year. You've got potential. Potential? Yes, exactly. Considering who your grandfather was, people always had high expectations for you, right? That's why I was so intrigued by the shocking news that the grandson of a famous scientist first got expelled from university and then turned mercenary with his enhanced robot. But when we first started working together, I had doubts about whether you'd be of any use. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't play dumb, digger. Eventually, everyone knows you were kicked out of university because you scared the scientific board by creating a perfect AI. I saw it as the perfect opportunity to recruit you and put your talents to better use. Strange to hear that from someone who's constantly dissatisfied with me. Don't get too comfortable. That was a one-time compliment. I'll send you the new coordinates soon. Okay, well, I guess we now have, a couple of new options. A powerful mechanical arm that smashes through blocks, clearing the way forwards. You know what? That sounds rather cool. Let's go ahead and let's purchase that and give that a try. Yeah, giant big robot fist on a big suit of armor. How could that go wrong? So we'll go ahead and we'll collect that for now. We still need... Actually, you know what? We've done a pretty good job of catching up to where we were. I think at this point we might go ahead and switch out our main weapon just for the main machine gun. The gold machine gun was nice, but we're making really solid progress, so I don't think it's quite as necessary. We can go ahead and try out our new rocket gun as well, which we may as well... You know what? We'll give that a shot. A rocket launcher that rapidly fires missiles, suppressing enemies with powerful explosive force. I think that's pretty cool, but we'll give that a shot in the next one. We can also purchase the final relic slot if we need. There is also a carpet missile launcher, a rapid-fire rocket system that floods the battlefield with powerful explosives, wiping out groups of enemies. Huh. You know what? Maybe we go ahead and we purchase that too. Let's go ahead and... okay, we're going to need to do a quick rearrange. We want... let's see. First things first. I think we want the shield. We will equip that. Secondly, we want to have the carpet... carpet missile launcher. Oh, hang on a second. What? Okay, hang on a second. We need to unequip a few things, I think. Yeah, that way. There we go. Now we can figure out what we want. Number 1, we want the shield. Number 2, we want to try our new carpet missile launcher. And then number 3, let's keep our trusty missile launcher. Yep. 1 defense, 2 offense. I think that's a pretty good way to go. Plenty of explosives. What could possibly go wrong? Then for here, let's go ahead and let's boost up our resource module. I think that's probably... Oh, do we actually want to max that out? no, not just yet. We'll take that upgrade, but I believe we did have an extra thing here. Explosion drill. We now have the ability to use that, whatever it is. And honestly, I like the sound of it. So we'll go ahead and, you know, let's not ask any questions. We'll just max that out. We've now got an explosion drill. That should certainly help. We'll also go ahead and let's go for some more. Let's go for more carry capacity, and then let's also go for the speed boost, I think. Yeah, that way we've almost maxed out our character. That should be really, really nice. That'll help us out quite well, and we can try out some of our new weapons and abilities in the next one. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.